Oh hey, you caught me in the middle of climbing up 705 stairs
In a
at
row?
Daiyuzan Saijoji Temple. The G already means temple, but who am I to argue with Google Maps? Why am I doing this? Masochism, internet down, touching grass got too boring? Well, if you just clicked on this video, you probably need a little intro, so why don't you go ahead and hit the bell, ring the subscription, and send me $20, and let's get started. I don't think there's going to be any food down this way. Oh, hello again. My name's Michael, and I hate stairs. I really hate stairs. Let me tell you how much I've come to hate. Actually, let me explain why I'm climbing all those stairs if I hate them so much. You see, I do IRL streams and videos in Japan, but unlike certain people who are probably spending at least 30 years in Korean prison by the time you watch this, I actually like Japan. How peaceful it is, the natural beauty, the friendly people who live here. I've been living in Japan for about 9 years now. I've traveled to Hokkaido, Yakushima, Okutama, Owarai, tons of other places. Does your Zoomer attention-fried mind like this background footage, by the way? It's shameless promotion for my motorcycle tour content. Check out the video right here. Click it. Anyway, today's about stairs and how much I hate them. It's also a cool temple hike that you can do within 2 hours of Tokyo, and you only need to turn left once. So whenever I go out to film, my goal is always to show you guys the real Japan, not just drunk foreigners in Tokyo. This summer, I'm planning on climbing Mount Fuji with my Starlink Mini and doing a live stream the whole way up. The last time I went to Mount Fuji, I was kind of woefully underprepared in terms of cardio, so this is my way of training up a little bit of stamina to try and improve my performance this time around. So as you can see, this path is pretty much all uphill. It stays uphill the whole way. We'll slow down here just for a second so you can take a look at the first gate. This is the Tengu path up to Daiyuzan Saijoji Temple, which is very famous for having Tengu around. Now personally, whenever I'm out hiking, I hate stairs. I really hate them. I don't know why, but compared to like mountain climbing or anything else, the stairs destroy my legs. Cardio might kill gains, but stairs kill me. But you can see this sweet gate with these Tengu statues. The temple itself that you'll see a little bit later is like from the 1300s. I'll have more information when we actually get there, but these statues mark the entrance to the actual proper path. It's really, really cool. You can take a look back at the town. This is Minami Ashigarashi, which you can get to from Tokyo, and then you go to the Daiyuzan line. And once you get to the very last station on the Daiyuzan line, you turn left once and walk straight. No other turns. You just cross the street here, and you will get all the way to the temple. It's one of my favorite paths to hike. I do it every week. There's the path entrance. And you can see I'm already huffing and puffing, and that's my backpack setup. I've got 14 kilograms in there, 20% body weight, and it's kind of a lot. The path itself is really, really cool. It goes through the cedar forest. Some of these cedars are more than 500 years old. Look at the stairs. I love the stairs. There's so many of them. The steps are really slippery too, so after a rainstorm, you kind of have to be careful. This was right after a big windy storm blew through, so there's tons of like just detritus on the ground. But absolutely beautiful day. Really, really humid though. Another set of stairs. There's 705 in total. I know I mentioned it at the beginning, but 705 from Daiyuzan Station all the way through the path up to the actual temple itself, all the way to the top. 705. There is a bus that will take you from the station here, or not here, but to the temple itself. But I think it's kind of a waste because the path walking is just so nice. You know, it only takes about 40-50 minutes if you're not carrying a bunch of extra weight, and it's a really, really nice path. Their bus goes by. The bus also only runs like once an hour or something. More stairs. I'm not going to point that out every time. It's going to get obnoxious, but yeah, my pace is a little bit slower just because, again, I'm doing this for cardio training. But on a nice day, especially in winter, is really, really nice. Really like it. Or I'll just shut up and let you guys enjoy the scenery. like some logs fell down there. It's not good. But yeah, those cedars are kind of similar to the ones that you see on Yakushima as well. Some of them over 500 years old. A lot of people ride their motorcycles up here as well. My goal for this hike is always to go without stopping, so I go straight from the station all the way to the temple, as far as I can go without any breaks. And there are some shops and little cafes along the way that are quite nice. If you do visit, I definitely recommend not coming in summer. It gets kind of unbearably hot. But yeah, time lapse over, so here we are at the entrance. So this is kind of the last stopping point. This is where the bus lets off and you get to the temple proper. So there's some stores set up, there's a cafe, some vending machines, because of course there's vending machines. But you kind of have to be careful watching the traffic because people do drive up past. You can see some cars coming down. All right, here we are. The first but not the last set of major stairs at the temple proper. As you can probably hear a little bit over the background music, I am getting tired, but there's still a long, long ways to go. In autumn, the leaves changing colors here are really, really beautiful. Same with cherry blossom season, but this is late spring, early summer, so it's just kind of hot. It's not the best weather, but still really pretty. I still really enjoy the hike every time I do it. So one thing to know about temples and shrines in Japan is that they are still real working temples. So this is a Buddhist temple. It is not just a tourist attraction. There are still Buddhist services that are given. People come here for New Year's to pray and to worship. So it's still very much a real place. So you kind of have to, be aware, be respectful, kind of not be a nuisance. So I'm always on guard, making sure that I'm not pointing the camera at people. I'm not sure why I did that, actually. I'm watching this and giving commentary. I have no idea why I turned the camera around. Leave a comment as to why you think I did that. I have no idea why I did that. What the hell? Bro, what were you thinking? Anyway, I always try to point the camera away from people because it's very, rude to film people in public. So, you are allowed to film in public as long as you don't focus on people's faces typically. So I always try to keep, away from people. I don't want to be intrusive. I don't want to ruin somebody's day. There are some cosplayers actually who have been showing up to the temple pretty recently, always taking pictures and stuff. So it's kind of cool, but they're also very respectful. Everybody kind of stays out of their way. You don't want to bother people. Yeah, as you can see, I saw people walking close, so I'm turning my camera away. I don't want to film them. I don't want them to think that I'm kind of like an obnoxious foreigner here. So if you see me turn the camera away, that's why. There's my cat. Say hello, Sam. Would you like to give commentary too? You just want to ruin my recording? Yeah. My favorite thing about the temple by far are just these giant cedar trees. I went to Yakushima recently and there's some really, really huge ones, so it's kind of cool to see the same kind of tree so close to where I live. The temple itself was founded, I think, in 1394. That's during the Muromachi period. It's a Zen Buddhist temple, so they do Zazen services here as well. And a lot of the monks here are pretty famous. I don't know all the history, and I won't even pretend to try to go into the history, but one of the most famous things about it that I looked up for this video was one of the priests basically decided to ascend into a Tengu and become a protector deity for the temple. So that's kind of where the Tengu thing comes from. There's a lot of mixing of, Shinto and Buddhist beliefs, and it's kind of neat just to see the cultural aspect, but I don't pretend to be like an expert on this stuff, and I don't want to try and give like a history lecture, but look it up if you're interested. It's pretty cool. As an American, seeing something this old, 1394, it's kind of unique. I'm sure the Europeans will be in here like, well, actually my town was founded in the year 12, and we don't care. I love all my European viewers. I don't. Get out. It's okay. You guys are great. Look at these stairs. Did I mention how much I hate stairs? I think this is like the third set in the temple proper. You might think this is the last set, but it's not the last set. There's so many more stairs after this. You can hear me wheezing. It gets ridiculous. It's always fun once you reach the top to kind of like turn back and take a look at how far up you've come, especially since not too many people bother going all the way up to the top of this temple. And I really love just, the trees, the setting. See, that's one of the cosplayers I was mentioning. I didn't really want to film her too closely. I just kind of got a little shot there, but try to avoid people's faces. But this path goes all the way back up. Actually, you can follow this path all the way up to the top of Myojin Gatake, which is another stream that we've done. Most recently with my Starlink Mini, we filmed at the top where there's no cell signal at all. But this path, if you follow it all the way up into the mountains, you can go up to the top of that mountain, which has a great view of Mount Fuji. So we're almost to the last set of stairs. It gets pretty like secret stair, Lord of the Rings-esque the further up you go. But you know, if you ever feel bad, just remember, like, little kids climb these stairs. You can do it. Trust me, bro. Like, get your steps in. You've probably seen these boxes. It's considered customary to, you know, give a donation. I always give a little extra just because I feel like, I go like once a week, and I'm definitely putting more wear onto the stairs than other people just because I'm carrying extra weight. So I always give it a little bit extra just for the upkeep. I think I'm gonna speed this up. I think the original footage was real time, but it can't be that interesting to watch these stairs. So I'm gonna send you into fast forward here. I lived, and my reward, more stairs. The last set of stairs, the secret stairs. The music, Uma Musume Pretty Derby. My motivation levels, maximum. My pain levels, also maximum. I'm gonna let this play out in real time. There's over 300 steps here to the top, but this is the last set. My goal is always to climb without stopping. So once I start, once that first foot goes down, another one has to come up. That's the rule I set for myself on these stairs. Never break in the middle. It's rough, especially with 14 kilograms. Did I mention that? 14 kilograms? That's the only bit of cope I have for this. Because other people will walk up past me, but I just remember I'm carrying extra weight, so it's okay that I'm slow. Here, I'll let you watch me suffer. I'll meet you at the top. Honestly, the view from the top is 100% worth it. Even as I'm dying. Look at that. I love this place. It's such a great hike. Here, now you can watch me collapse as I have heart palpitations and try not to die in front of these other tourists who are here having a nice day. Yeah, I'm dead. I think that eye flutter was completely involuntary. After a very brief rest, definitely not 20 minutes or something. Got some footage from the top. It's really, really nice up here. The wind blows through the trees. You get a nice cool breeze. Just a really, really great place to visit. Highly recommend. Figured I'd give you guys the bus station, like the bus information, just because I've never seen it really online. It's all in military time, so you can see there's barely any times that it runs, so you have to make sure that you make the bus. I always walk back though, so see ya. Bye, Daiyuzan. We're going home. But first, one last look around. My one sweet ambrosia, the Pepsi Refresh Shot. Oh my god, I love you, Pepsi Refresh Shot. I don't know if they have this in other countries, but the Pepsi Refresh Shot is like highly carbonated, has a ton of caffeine. It's like Giga Soda. It's the only thing that Pepsi makes that I like, but I get one at the end of the hike every time. And I swear it's all I'm thinking about as I'm walking back. I love you, Pepsi Refresh Shot. Please sponsor me. Anyway, I just teleported back to the station because I wanted to get some footage of the train. This is the local train line that you'll take on the way back. It's really, really nice. I love rural Japanese trains. There's just something comfy about them. Just, you know, the station, everything about it. I really just kind of enjoy the whole experience. So I highly recommend, if you get the chance, again, to get out here, you can go from Tokyo Station to Odawara Station via the Shinkansen, the bullet train. And then once you get to Odawara Station, look for Daiyuzan line. Daiyuzan line goes from Odawara all the way to Daiyuzan Station, where we are now. It takes about 40 minutes to go from Odawara to Daiyuzan, end of the line here. And then when you get to the station here, if you turn around and walk out, take a left, and that's it. You just take a left and you keep on walking, and you can do that whole hike. I highly recommend it in like autumn or early spring. It's much nicer, but here we go. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTuber stuff. See ya!